good evening, good afternoon, good motherfucking morning, whatever time it is, whatever time you're watching this video. I just hope you having a great time, okay? What's good with all the fucking maze runners and shit? Step into the motherfucking labyrinth, bro. I just wish I had this video when I was first starting out inside of my journey, I guess you want to say, or I was more aware of my journey. So there are so many terms that get thrown around in the conscious or spiritual world, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Going within, shadow work, soul searching, it's all the same thing. The point is to sit with yourself. So I'm just gonna go through what is it? How do I do it? What are the methods? How do I know if I'm doing it right? Etc. etc. All the questions that I had when I was first starting out, and I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was sitting there stressing myself out, overcomplicating everything because I felt like I was doing something wrong. Or I felt like it was supposed to be something else, you know? First thing first is to drop all expectations, because what people don't realize is like you've been doing this your whole life and you just haven't even realized it. So don't try to go look for some other method. You're just being more attentive to what you're doing. So what is going within? What is shadow work? What is soul searching? It's all the same thing. It's just about getting comfortable with yourself and dealing with your personal issues, because whether you realize it or not, your personal issues affect your life daily. The experiences that you have are a perfect reflection of how you feel about yourself and how you feel about whatever issues that you may have. So when you go within, when you take the time to handle those in your outside world, you better understand, because you better understand yourself. I hope that makes sense. So going within is like, for example, okay, there comes a time when you're not necessarily happy, but you're not necessarily sad either. That's this neutral point. And then I feel like throughout society, we just naturally have a way of trying to escape that neutral feeling because we're not used to it. We have not accepted this neutral feeling of in between as peace. Because to have no emotions and just to be calm is a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. You shouldn't run from that. You shouldn't try to think of something so that you can be mad, so you can feel something. You shouldn't try to run and go check fucking Twitter so that you don't have to deal with that reason of why you're mad. You don't have to run to be happy. You don't, just because you're not happy does not mean you're out of alignment, or does not mean that you don't feel good. Sometimes it's okay to just be calm. In that calmness is the best time for you to find clarity within yourself, clarity of your inner world, and just soul search. This is the perfect time. So when I'm sitting there and I'm not happy, but I'm not sad, I'm going to enjoy this feeling of peace because I don't have anything to deal with. I'm okay. I am happy where I'm at. I am grateful for my position. I'm grateful for what's going on. I am grateful for the feeling of nothing. Because it's like, don't run from that. And when you do feel sad, this is a trigger warning from your body, from your soul, whatever you want, whatever you connect to, that you have something to handle. When if you go outside and somebody says something to you and it triggers you to the point where you're just pissed the fuck off, this is a huge sign that now it's time for you to go within and figure out why. This is where those why. So this is how you go within. So when you get triggered, you get mad about something bothers you, makes you sad, makes you upset, makes you want to do something wild. You sit with yourself alone and you say, why do I feel this way? Then after you get that answer, ask why again. After you get the answer, ask why again. After you get, and just keep going. Do it like 6 times. If you don't have an answer by the 6th why, ask yourself 2 more times, because there's a core to it. And once you deal with that core, it's over with. Okay? It's like having disease. If you keep getting medicine that only helps the pain or symptoms, it's going to continue to come back because you have not handled the actual problem. Okay, you're easing it over with escapism. You're easing it over with TV shows. You're easing it over with sex from somebody you don't even like that. You're easing it over with social media, whatever you run to so that you don't have to feel something, whatever you try to ship in your mindset so that you don't have to think about that. Deal with your fucking issues. That's what going within is. And I feel like a lot of people, when they realize that I can't keep avoiding myself, it's like, oh, I don't think I want to do that. To understand that you are your own savior and that you have to deal with your problems, that you have to be fully accountable and responsible for your own feelings, and you continue to move on a life like that, you are a beautiful person and you are so fucking strong. And I'm so proud of you, just as I'm proud of myself, because that's a huge thing. It's so easy to blame the outside world when something makes you mad. It's so easy to blame that person and call them names and call them that and make fun of people because you don't want to handle yourself. It's so easy to troll because you don't want to handle your true self. It's so easy to do stuff like that. But obviously, you know, the easy route is not always the greatest route for you. So take that time and to go within. When you feel happy, consider it a reward. But don't forget the things that make you happy. That's not what you run to keep that feeling, because the same things that make you happy can also make you sad. Okay, I could be on social media and I could see a tweet. Oh, give me a little lit. But then I can also go on social media and I could see a tweet that pisses me the fuck off. Okay, I can go eat ice cream and be lit as shit. I can go eat ice cream and now my stomach hurt and I feel bad. Your happiness, your peace comes from within. Okay, when you have that calm feeling, nothing is wrong. You have done a great job. Accept that feeling and stop running from yourself. I understand feelings can be overwhelming. Feelings can be a lot. And especially with, I know there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people are putting so much effort in fighting for this cause, not because they care so much about it, but because they're avoiding something within themselves. And that is a very hard concept to accept if you're not ready for it. You're not really fighting for these people. You're fighting because you don't want to fight with yourself. But once you get through this point of shadow work, you get to this point of going within, you get to this point of soul searching and stop covering it up with material stuff, with fucking Louis bags and cars and fake personas that you put on throughout your ego, you become comfortable with yourself. And when you become comfortable, you start to like yourself. And in turn, when you like yourself, you like everybody because you have no problem. The only reason someone is going to lash out or be mean to someone is because they have a problem with themselves and they're rejecting it. So what are you rejecting in yourself? What are you rejecting in others that you reject from yourself? Ask yourself that. What are you rejecting in others that you reject from yourself? And watch how much you learn. Ask yourself why. Why do I feel this way? And don't avoid your feelings. That is shadow work, going within, soul searching. There are different methods for you to get to this point, though. You don't just have to sit there and ask yourself. Now, some motherfuckers, y'all need to have a conversation with yourselves, but out fucking loud. Like, literally sit there and be like, why the fuck do I feel this way? Talk to yourself in the mirror. A lot of y'all need to have those conversations in the mirror. Ain't no journaling need. Some of y'all need to have a out loud conversation. Serious one too. Okay? But there are many methods to it. You can journal. You can sing. You can, what else? What are other ways for me? What are my personal ways? Whatever gets me in that flow state. And by flow state, I mean I don't have time. I'm so in a trance, I don't have time to lie to myself and tell myself something else so that I don't have to deal with the problem. So at that point, that will be me painting. When I'm painting, I'm in the zone. So if I'm thinking about something, I don't have time to lie to myself. I'm so busy in the zone that as soon as I ask myself a question, I answer truthfully because I'm just straight there. I'm in that flow state. Another way you can get like that is freestyling, rapping. A lot of rappers, while you're rapping, if you just throw a question in there and let yourself keep going on the flow, you'll tell yourself a lot of truth when you listen back to what you said. A lot of truth. You're basically channeling your soul in a way. Same thing with journaling. You can practice getting in that flow state by, Ask yourself how you're feeling. Write how you're feeling. Just write down every thought that you have. Don't try to filter your thoughts out. Let them flow and you just write it down. So, for example, you go to the store, somebody tells you something, pisses you off. Okay, you go home, you journal. I went to the store, this happened, it pissed me off. I can't believe this bitch said that, etc., etc., etc. And okay, then after you get into the flow of continually talking about how you feel, then you're gonna start answering yourself. Then it's gonna be like, I think I felt like that because this happened. And that reminds me of when I was a kid and this happened. And then boom, you have your answer why it happened. And you heal that wound. And the beautiful thing about it is that once you handle these wounds, the feeling instantly, in an instant, dissipates. It's gone. Until next time that you have another trigger to deal with. But you enjoy that feeling that you just handled, and the type of gratification and fulfillment that you have after handling a problem within you is beautiful. So as far as the methods, it's whatever gets you inside of that flow state. I know a lot of people say meditation. Meditation is great. But I feel like the thoughts behind it is, there's too many different, I feel like they make it too serious, like people sit, everybody sees, the meditation. Okay, let me sit fucking crisscross applesauce and home, like, yes, you can do this and that's great for your throat chakra, but that doesn't work for everybody. Personally, I can't fucking sit there. If I'm meditating, I'm laid out in my backyard, feeling the sun, laid the fuck out, just chilling, enjoying the views, going within, talking to myself, getting to know myself better, understanding myself. That's what meditation is. It doesn't matter the method that you do it. It's just more about getting to that state of awareness, getting to that state of consciously thinking about positive things, constantly thinking about stuff that's going to get you to your highest good, your best self. That's what meditation is. Don't worry about the method. Don't worry about what you're doing or how do you get to that point. Consider meditation shadow work too. Whenever you're meditating, sometimes it's easier to get to that neutral state in meditation. It's not, for example, I'll be having to slow myself down. I'll be getting in the zone. I'll be having to slow myself. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you're hella mad, is it easier to get happy? Or is it easier to get to that neutral state and then get happy? So consider that your meditation. Consider that your calming action to get to that feeling that you want to get to of fulfillment. So in a base, I just hope that really explains everything. And I know a lot of people are going through stuff right now, so it's a really good time to start implicating these actions. So try journaling. Just see whatever works for you. Everybody's different. So some people can meditate and actually sit there and just sit with themselves. Some people need to journal. Some people need to talk to themselves. Some people need to rap. Some people need to go on a run. Some people need to go on a walk. Some people need to paint, draw, etc. Whatever works for you. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Love. Stop running from yourself, please. Okay? Oh, another thing. Yourself wants to love you, okay? The love of your life is in the mirror. Why are you running from it, okay? Just really sit with that idea. Never once has anything happened to you that wasn't for your greater good. Now, it might be a negative feeling that comes with it, but you already know how them feelings work now. So take that into perspective. But yeah, so have a good day.